This is actually a game where I didn't die as Mercy, which is crazy because it's really hard not to die as Mercy. Mercy plays a very aggressive healing style because her healing needs to be line of sight, and it's 15 meters. It's only 15 meters, which is half that of Lucio's healing, you know, and 1/3 of that of Zenyatta's heal range, you know. So she has to play pretty far back. So in order to do well as Mercy, you have to position it really very well. And in order to not die, you have to position even better. So you'll see me, the way I position is very deliberate. So what I do is I stick around cover, right? I stick next to cover. I'm available to drop out of line of sight and use cover at a moment's notice. So there's like a Hanzo ultimate. There's cover right next to me most of the time that I use to drop out of line of sight. You know, stuff like that. I'm staying mobile. I'm very mobile. I'm never staying in one place for very long. I'm always looking for ways to someone to guard an angel to. So I have very good awareness of where my team is and where the enemy is. So and probably the best awareness of where my team is than any other member of my team because the positioning of my team is so important to me. I see that Widow. I see she's elevated. So I'm probably going to use her a lot as a way to escape out of dangerous situations. So I run in here, you know, I'm probably going to get a res on this person because there's no one else around. Now, notice how there's no one else around for me to guard an agent to. I have to kind of jump forward and get to guard an agent. That's why Mercy is so limited. Her ability to escape and get into dangerous situations and get out can 100% relies on the positioning of her team. So you have to know the positioning of your team so you can make the best decision on who to go to, where to be, who to go to not die, right? So we actually did lose this game. Like, this was a really close game. We actually ended up losing, but despite that, despite my team dying over and over again and eventually getting, you know, smashed at the second point, I was able to avoid not dying while also doing my job. Look how I was able to do my job there for so long. Like, there's 4 people on that point. I was able to still heal him for a while pretty safely, but then I make the smart decision to back off because I know he's going to die there anyway, and he can't stand against 4 people, and no one else is helping him. So I back off so I'm available to heal the rest of my team. I wouldn't be able to help this McCree right here had I been dead, you know, had I died earlier. See, I saved his life. He would have died there had I not been there, had I just sacrificed myself earlier to save that point. Right, I wouldn't have been able to do much with that point anyway. Look, Mercy doesn't have the mobility and the options that Lucio does, but I'm able to, you know, play smartly anyway. I'm able to use my positioning and my decision making to know when to back off and know when I need to back off. And notice how when she's hurt, I always prioritize healing, but I also damage buff as well. So I noticed a lot of Mercies not using that damage buff. They'll pretty much only use the heal buff, but I actually use the damage buff when I have the very opportunity. Even if I damage buff someone for a second, that might be enough to secure a kill, you know. So I don't waste time. Every second matters in this game, and I use my damage buff when I can, when I feel that it's safe enough. And I never sacrifice healing someone and keeping them alive for damage. If there's someone to heal, I always do the healing. One, because it keeps them in the fight directly, which is more than your damage buff will ever do, because they can a dead person does no damage, right? And buffing someone 30% more, giving someone 30% more damage will not make up for the fact that another one of your teammates is dead. So never sacrifice a teammate's life just to do just to buff someone's damage, right? And notice how I'm still staying on line of sight. So the thing about Mercy is she doesn't need to be in line of sight of the enemy in order to do her job. She can be what you want to do ideally is just for the enemy just never to see you. You should only be in line of sight of your team because you never need to see the enemy. There's no reason to see the enemy. Every one of your abilities involves just needing to see your team. So I'm bouncing around here and I'm staying in cover. I'm staying on line of sight, and I see that my teammate needs my help, so I run over there. Because I'm paying attention to my teammates. I'm always looking behind me. I'm using my ears to keep track of the enemy movement because their footsteps are pretty loud. And I'm paying attention to my team. So I look behind me and I see my teammate needs help, and I can run over, get a little bit of healing going. Right? So I prioritize my team. And it may seem simple because, you know, Mercy's a support character, but you'll be surprised how many people don't properly prioritize the team or just don't have the ability to be both safe in their position that they are while keeping track of their teammates as well. So here we go, and I jump over this ledge, and I'm still trying to stay back. I'm still trying to stay safe. Now I did use my ult there on that one person because I know their body's gonna disappear. What I actually should have done, which may have been able to secure the win, is actually save my ult for like a big push like this, where multiple people are dead. Maybe that would have changed things, but we were getting smashed anyway. But notice how, despite how dangerous that game was, I was able to avoid dying. Even though I had a lot of opportunities to die, I didn't die. The enemy team barely even saw me as Mercy. My team saw me, and my team knew Marias, and they could probably see my healing beam, but they didn't actually have me in line of sight to shoot at me. Mercy, this May, I don't even think I saw May. Like, May never saw me. She didn't have a chance to shoot me with an icicle in the head. Right? Who else did they have? Farah? Did I even take damage from Farah? Was I even in Hanzo's sight? No. And I was able to continue to support my team from a safe position. So that's what you need to do doing as Mercy. It wasn't enough to win this game. You're not going to be able to carry every game, even with proper position, but you can do really well. And you're not going to do as well if you end up dying, 3-4 times a game. You do the best when you don't die. So focus on not dying, and you'll do really well. GG. GG. So you notice that I actually did point out some mistakes I made at the end there with resing one person instead of saving my res. That's a decision making process that you will get better at as time goes along. And it just takes practice. It takes game knowledge. Typically, when there's a big push coming, you want to change your res just in case at least you have a team wipe. And if you don't think there's going to be a big push coming very soon, then it's okay to res one person, because Mercy's resurrection recharges so fast, probably the fastest in the game. If she's consistently healing somebody. So again, I could have res my team there. Well, there's 2 people to res at the end there. I could have saved it, but it may not have made a difference either way. I did my job. I didn't die. I did my job, and I res the people who needed resing. Maybe I could have done better, but I did my job, and that's what you need to be doing every game consistently. That's how you win. That's how you carry solo queue. You do your job. GG.